Aloha and welcome to BYU Hawaii Online. If you're watching this video, it means you've been recruited to work for the department, and we welcome you. I'm Mike Griffiths, currently the director of the department, and I'm glad to have you working with us. I just wanted to do a quick introduction so that you can know a few things about the department. First of all, you have to know that this department is pretty young. It only has existed for less than 2 years. And I'm recording this in March of 2011. So it started really, I was hired to start this department in June of 2009, and at the time there were already 1 or 2 online classes that had been developed, and at this point we've been able to develop 44 classes. We've been working very hard, and it's all through the blessings of the Lord who's how do you say, this is His work. Without any question at all, I could tell you experiences I've had where I know that, and this is the work of the Lord, and He wants it this way to serve His children out in on this campus, but also out in some of the poorest countries in the world where we have church members who need higher education. So it's a great work to be involved in, and it's a spiritual work. So I want you to know that first of all, that this is the work of the Lord. That's the most important thing I can tell you. Secondly, there's a few things about working for this department, some expectations I have. Firstly, if you've been hired here, then my expectation for you is that you are a solid spiritual person, that you read your scriptures daily, that you say your prayers, that you go to church, that you serve, and that you are an example of a good church member. And the reason for that is in this department we're kind of in the forefront of people's view. If you're a tutor, then you're kind of like the image of BYU Hawaii for all of the students wherever they may be, and you need to be an example. And some of the other things I need you to be an example in are on campus. I need to be an example of following the honor code exactly, and also being a good student. You will only be hired here if you have a good GPA, and then you are required to, well, I can't require you, but it's part of our department's expectations that you attend a devotional every week. And the reason is that you need to be an example of these things on campus, so that the students that you look after can look up to you. I also need to be kind and caring to those in the department. In this department we believe in working hard, but also in having a good family kind of environment where we enjoy one another's company and we enjoy coming to work. So remember that. One of the things that I've stated before, and I want to tell you now as you join the department, is nobody should walk into this department, whether it be an employee or a student's coming in for help, without feeling that they're cared for. And that would be a disaster if anybody leaves our department without feeling they've been cared for. That's one of my expectations. So and when you're at work, I expect you to work hard. I expect you not to be on Facebook or on YouTube or anything like that, but I expect you to work hard. Now, in that context, we also expect you to have an enjoyable atmosphere. And my office is open. I want you to talk to me. I'll hopefully have the opportunity to speak to you often and have one-on-ones with you from time to time. But this is kind of just an overview of working for our department. We want to say welcome. And just one thing I'd like to, as a caution, if some of the things I've said, if that doesn't fit you, then there's no condemnation. We don't want to judge you, but maybe this is not the department for you, because we do expect that you should be a spiritually strong person who is determined to keep the commandments, to follow the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and to follow His example, and also to be a kind and good-natured person, and also to be a highly productive student with good grades, and also to attend devotional and to keep the honor code and obey it. Those are the expectations I have in this department. If that is not a description of how you really feel, then this is not the department for you. But if it is, you'll have a wonderful experience, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you. Mahalo.